fellow collector, Shuki here with a review of the SG and Capsule Kyutama. So these are all Kyutama. There's 30 in total here between the ones over there and the ones over there. These are 30 Kyutama that were exclusive to the SG, which is the candy toy shokugan line of toys. I believe there was 8 sets, somewhere around there. I believe 6, and the 11 Gashapon capsule sets that there were. So like I said, there's 30 exclusive Kyutama in all. These 9 over here are the only ones that actually have individual unique sounds. Everything after it all just play a generic Kyutama sound. So all of these over here all say the same exact phrase. And just to prove a point, you can see they all have the same pins with the same number code of 52. These ones over here have a slightly different pin set with a code of 53. And that is because these, while they also just say Kyutama, these have a white light, and then all of these activate a yellow light in the Seiza Blaster, so they're a little bit different. But yeah, these all play the same sound. Only these 9 are actual ones that you need for unique sounds. You don't actually need to collect any of these for sound purposes, just collection purposes. It's really a bummer. Basically, how this happened, real quick, is just because there's only 6 pins in total. So that meant there was only, I think, about 64 different sounds that you could have. 63 sounds, maybe. And so, obviously, with there being 88 Kyutama at minimum, there was not enough sounds right off the bat to do all the Kyutama in the Seiza Blaster. And so you ended up with whatever this is. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but it'll make this video run a lot smoother, I suppose. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the 9 that are unique in the Seiza Blaster for sounds, and then the rest I will do one of each of these 2 groups just to show what it does, and then I won't do sounds for any of the other ones because it will be very, very redundant. Information on each Kyutama, what their name is, what constellation they represent, and what sets of either SG or Capsule that you could get will be listed on the screen as I'm looking at the particular Kyutamas, because it's a lot of stuff for me to remember, and I'm not gonna, so I'm just going to write it on the screen. Yay for post. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in with these unique Kyutama sounds. Real quick before we begin, I did want to just point out the differences between a DX version and a Gashapon or SG version. The DX versions are always going to have a holofoil sticker on the front, and the plastic is going to be a nice kind of silvery color, as you can see right here, whereas the SG and Capsule versions are always going to be a flat sticker, so no holofoil or anything like that, and the plastic is going to be this kind of like dull gray color instead of a nice metallic silver. And just to prove an additional point, here is a candy toy and Gashapon right next to each other. As you can see, other than the shade used on the sticker, which isn't always the case, they are pretty much the exact same, except for the fact that the Gashapon or Capsule toys use the V indication, whereas the SG or candy toys use the C indication, and if for any reason you needed to know, the DX ones use B as their letter indication. So there you go. There are all the differences. Yay, differences. It is worth noting for these that the 9 that have unique sounds were available in both the Capsule toy and candy toy lines, whereas the ones that had single releases were only available in either or. So it gave collectors that were gunning for those unique sounds twice as many chances to get a hold of these. So pretty cool in that aspect, but by having these 2 versions, it means there are 2 different hidden images. So we'll go over the 2 different hidden images as we go through these ones. And this is the capsule toy version. And here is the candy toy version.
Perceus Kyutama. Seiza go. Perceus boys. Seiza attack.
Again, this is the capsule toy version. And here is the candy toy version.
Kujira Kyutama. Seiza go. Kujira boys. Seiza attack.
Capsule toy version. And the candy toy version.
Cassiopeia Kyutama. Seiza go. Cassiopeia boys. Seiza attack.
Capsule version. A little bit harder to see there. She got a bunch of different chains. And the candy toy version.
Andromeda Kyutama. Seiza go. Andromeda boys. Seiza attack.
Capsule version. And unfortunately, I don't have the candy toy version. However, thanks to my friend Adam, here's a quick look at that. So again, huge thanks to him for providing with that. It's like the one Kyutama alteration version that I don't have. Go figure.
Kenbikyou Kyutama. Seiza go. Kenbikyou boys. Seiza attack.
Capsule toy. And the candy toy.
Ryouken Kyutama. Seiza go. Ryouken Boiser. Seiza attack.
Capsule. That's horribly generic. And a candy toy. Definitely a lot cooler.
Kirin Kyutama. Seiza go. Kirin Boiser. Seiza attack.
Capsule version. And the candy toy version. It's like a before and after image.
Kyutama. Seiza go. Boiser. Seiza attack.
Capsule. Spooky. And the candy toy.
Karasu Kyutama. Seiza go. Karasu Boiser. Seiza attack.
Well, I have the Seiza Blaster here and ready. Here is an example of what all the rest of the Kyutama are going to do.
Kyutama.
Exhilarating.
Seiza go. Kirin Boiser. Seiza attack.
They're all going to do the same exact thing. Except, when you take one of the pieces of the Argo,
Kyutama.
it's a different color light. Ooh.
Seiza go. Kirin Boiser.
It's not even a different sound. It's just a different color light.
Seiza attack.
Enthralling, I know. It's intense. That's what happens when you don't design your toy properly. But anyway, we'll go ahead and go through all the Kyutama's images and all that fun stuff. that about does it for these, and collecting Kyutama is definitely a feat, with 30 of them being exclusive to the SG or Capsule series releases, which is definitely a lot for a main line, and I don't think we've seen one quite as robust since the Ranger Keys of Gokaiger, but whatever it may be, it was definitely fun to collect them all. The pictures on them are all super cool, and the colors on display looks very, very beautiful. Functionality wise, it is a huge disappointment that only 9 of these 30 exclusive ones actually have unique sounds, and most of those 30, the 9 of 30 were released way early in both of these lines, so you could have stopped collecting at like the second set of each one and have gotten all the unique sounds. So everything after that was more or less cosmetic collection purposes, which is definitely a bit of a bummer. But again, having them all on a display together just looks very, very beautiful, and for that I can definitely recommend them. However, if you're just gunning for the unique sounds in the Seiza Blaster, just keep in mind you only need 9 of these 30, and those 9 have both Candy Toy and Gashapon versions, so you can pick up whatever the cheapest and easiest to find is for you. So collecting is super easy for these, no matter which route you actually end up taking. So there's still a lot of Kyutama yet to be released. Hopefully we get a premium set or some additional Candy Toy or Gashapon sets later on down the line, because not having all 88 will definitely suck, and unfortunately as of right now that's what it's looking like. But hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully a premium set's on the horizon or something to rectify this and get the rest of those Kyutama out. But as for now, my collection is close to complete, and it's definitely a nice looking display that I can absolutely say for sure the colors are very pretty. So that about does it for this review. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great one. Bye. I'd like to thank Joey, Mr. Mike, Joshua, and all my fans who support me on Patreon.